In today's video, we're doing exactly what the title suggested. We are going to be looking at the Medicare plans in Rowan County, but not just that. We're also going to be talking about the local things to do and also some extra fun facts. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, sit back, relax, watch the video all the way through, and if you know anybody or you yourself live here in the county, please feel free to reach out for more information that's more specialized to what you need. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Here's how we're going to be structuring the video. The first section of it, I will be talking about the Medicare Advantage plans. The second section will be just drug plans. And the third are going to be the Medigap or the supplement plans. Here in the area, probably one of the more common plans, at least from the ones that I have seen, are going to be those Medicaid and Medicare plans. Like I said, we're going to be going into all of this. So just bear with me, and if this doesn't pertain to you, just skip to the next section to the one that does pertain to you. The first thing I'd like you guys to look at would be what insurance carriers are actually in Rowan County. This is going to be Aetna, Anthem, Humana, Passport, United Healthcare, and WellCare. Those are going to be your Advantage plans that are in the county. Now, those are the special needs ones because we're on the special need program right now. In the PPO, you're going to have more broad access to medical professionals. And then in the HMO plans, it's going to be a more tight network. It might be more of an advantage for you to stay in that HMO plan because it could be cheaper for you. But with that being said, you might not have your doctor in network. I have seen it firsthand. People are more comfortable changing their insurance agents and their insurance plans more often than their doctors. Just because when you have a doctor that you really like and has been doing really well for you, you want to hold on to that. We're going to only be looking at the highest rated plans here in Rowan County. The rest of them don't mean that they're bad. It's just maybe not the best for the consumer at a federal level. It really depends on the plan that you need. I cannot emphasize that enough. And we're just going to scroll through, pause at any time if you see something that you like this one doesn't have transportation and doesn't include a drug plan. But this one does, and this one doesn't have a So this one does include drugs, but not transportation either. So if you see something like, oh, this one doesn't have transportation and you're really looking for the one that does, just pause the video when you see the one that you're like, oh, this one has transportation, right? So I'm going to scroll through really quickly. That way you can see all of them, and that way we're not having to spend a whole hour going over every detail because it's going to be the same more or less, just nuanced, really. So we're going to scroll starting now. I understand all of this is a whole lot, especially if you're not really familiar with Medicare lingo, but we're just really scratching the surface here, and that's why I cannot emphasize how much a broker is needed in all of this, because we do all of this heavy lifting for you. We'll literally spend an entire day making sure all of this stuff is what is in the best interest for you. Because as a broker, it's our responsibility to be contracted with all of these carriers so that we can ensure that the plan that we recommend you is unbiased. We're not only looking after the interests of one company, we're looking after the interests of our clients. We don't work for the carriers, we work for you. Now that we're done with that, we can do something a little bit more entertaining. Brief intermission, we're going to be looking up the things in Rowan County. Just because while I'm out there servicing folks, I like to just give myself an itinerary of what to look for and things to do, places to eat. So that is what the section is right now. If you know Moorhead, you know Gaddy's Pizza. I remember going on a trip. It was some church trip that we were on, and we stopped here first, and I remember the memories I had there. These cinnamon sticks are so good. Oh my gosh. Oof. The wings. I've never had their wings actually, but that sounds really good. I could go for some wings right now. Close to you? I mean, I know this is a lake, but you're not necessarily allowed to swim in here from what I understand. This is somewhere I'd like to be after servicing some clients in the area and then just sitting down and letting loose and just embracing all of the beauty that is Moorhead to what the best Mexican restaurant is, just because my family owns the Don Senor over there. So if you're ever in Moorhead, it's right off the exit. Go get yourself some good Mexican food. I mean, can't go wrong. Like, check this out.
Now this is life.
Now, I am biased because it is my family's restaurant, but I do really enjoy our food, and I would recommend you to go there and, you know, support a local business. I'm not sure if you guys are into the margaritas, but we make some awesome margaritas. So that's one thing that I think is probably one of our better things on the menu are those margaritas. So if you're into that and you want to get your south of the border fix on, get yourself a margarita, get yourself a chimichanga, and just let it loose, because I'm telling you, you're not going to regret that. I'm actually planning on doing some events in the area where I'm going to be talking about Medicare, but since I also have the benefit of having the restaurant, something informative, but also have the Mexican food aspect of it, where I grew up with that, I think that's some way I could give back to the community. Anyways, of course, when you're in Moorhead, you probably want to go to the lake. Oh my gosh, Moorhead is absolutely beautiful. Like, you cannot get better than this. Like, wow, Moorhead is absolutely gorgeous. Now here's the thing, when I'm in Moorhead next time, I'm doing a Peddler's Mall review. I love Peddler's Mall, and it's such an experience to just go in there and just look at the trinkets. It's always something. You know, sometimes you'll have stuff like bags and necklaces, and then another time you'll have like nothing but stuffed animals. I know there's a Peddler's Mall in Winchester also, but ooh, this is something I'm looking to do. I've been here once to Lakiji, but I should put that on my list of things to do because it's so close. I love hiking. The alligator or whatever. Last time I was there, though, there was these high schoolers that were drinking and then threw a bottle over the ledge, and it almost hit me. I love you, Moorhead. Wow. Isn't this so gorgeous? Gosh, you can't get any better than this. On a nice afternoon, pack yourself a sandwich, go to Lakiji. Or Natural Bridge. Really, Kentucky is so beautiful. So beautiful. Anyways, let's get back to the other stuff now. Now that we had some fun, we have to go back and finish up the rest of this, right? Now, if you didn't enjoy that, don't know what to tell you, man. Instead of being on the Medicare Advantage plans, we're going to put the prescription drug plans. Basically, for all of the stuff with drug plans, the thing you need to know is who it is actually for. So it's basically for the people who have original Medicare and they're not on the Medicare Advantage plan, because you can't have a Medicare Advantage plan and another standalone drug plan. Advantage plans already have it. But it's more for the people who want to stay on original Medicare or have a Medicare supplement and then need a drug plan to go with it. So if you're somebody that falls in that category and have a Medicare supplement plan and you just need the prescription drug medication plans, this is what we're going to be looking at right now. Now this one here, you'll just get a card in the mail that allows you to go to the pharmacy to get discounted prices on your medicines. It's the same thing like any other type of insurance. There's going to be a monthly premium attached to it. There might be deductibles or co-pays depending on the plan. So there's only 14 drug plans to show, so it'll be a very quick rundown. So we're just going to go over anything. And if you see something that stands out to you, really I can't go in too much detail because I don't have any medicines to put in here. It also differs from person to person, so this might not apply to you, and if this doesn't, just skip to the next part because we're going to be talking about something that you do not really need to know about. Or if you want to just learn about something, then, you know, stick around. So like, as you can see here, the monthly premium is $82, but this one's $50. And then if we go to the last page, these were free. So it really varies from person to person, and those are most of the prescription drug plans that are in the area. That way you're aware of what exists up there. We're going to be looking at the Medicare, the Medigap policies. The good thing about these Medigap plans or supplement plans is that it doesn't matter what state you're in, anybody that accepts Medicare are going to be able to take these plans. You're not going to have to worry about any network restrictions or things like that because, well, you have the same coverage across any state you want. Now, it's great for people who travel a lot, and basically we're just going to be looking at all of the different types of Medigap plans. But with that being said, there's a whole plethora of companies that offer them, and as independent brokers, we have access to all of them. Fortunately, because we don't know your exact situation and there's things that we have to input into this, I'm not going to be able to show all this. It's just going to be very generalized information. So depending on what your needs are, you would just want to pause the video and read through these. That way it's, you're able to see what might apply to you. That way we're not having to spend the whole day talking about all of the individual things as it pertains to Medigap plans or Medicare Supplement plans. Now generally I would recommend people to be on like a G plan or an N plan, just because those are probably the ones that you would really want. See, the great thing about this is that you're not going to have to be surprised with medical bills, because these basically pick up that 20% that Medicare isn't going to be picking up on, because while you have original Medicare, they take up 80%, that 20% is uncapped. So the Medigap plan is what helps you with that protection. Same thing with an Advantage plan. Only with the Advantage plan, there's a max out of pocket on those. With these, you're basically covered from the get-go. This one right here was solid, but it's not available to you if you turn 65 after January 1st of 2020. But the Medigap G plan, pretty great. Part B deductible is the only thing that you're having to pay into. Unfortunately, it's only $257. You're going to meet that deductible very quickly. Anywho, and this is a series I plan on doing, is I'm going to go over every single county in Kentucky and go over all the plans. That way, you're not having to do all this research by yourself. You're able to see it, understand it, and look at it all in one go. You're not having to fiddle with the phone to figure out how to get on Medicare.gov. And of course, if you don't want to even mess with anything and you don't want to really risk any type of miscalculation or a bad judgment, and you want to talk to a broker, we're always here for you. Even if that means that we're not the ones facilitating any type of transaction. So, thanks for watching, and remember, knowledge is power, and especially as it pertains to Medicare. And if you have any questions about Medicare and you just want to know some more, just because it'll give you more peace of mind, no matter how big the question or how small it is, we're going to be here for you. So just take care and be safe.